Join us as we unbox and install this 3.3 kilo automatic washing machine. A washing machine that's designed for caravans and RVs, but is also ideal for small bush blocks on small off-grid solar systems and generators. Got ourselves a little automatic washing machine, these small portable caravan types. But this is an upgrade version. They've just gone up to this 3.3 kilo version. Let's get it open and I'll talk you through some of the things you need to keep an eye out for when you're unboxing and putting together ready to use. Let's do it. Now here's one a lot of people miss. They just lift it up, off, open it up at the top, get this out. This mounts on the bottom, it's screwed in, clips and screws in, we'll soon see, but make sure you crack it open first before you lift it off. Too many people do that, chuck the box away and they lose this. It's very good because it stops vermin getting in. Rightio. Inside we have little basket. You can put your pegs, detergent, whatever else in there, and it clips in. Not a big deal for us, but if you've got a caravan, motorhome, RV, it's moving around a lot, this locks the tub in, stops it vibrating, reducing the chances of any damage. What do we have inside also? We have our filler hose. Wahoo! That's pretty good. Instructions, of course. There's your little lint filter. Clips in on the side. We'll show you that once we get it up and running. Mrs. Wild will give it a test run and give you her thoughts. Okay. So what I've got to do is drag it off. I'll try and do it in such a way that you can see, but the idea is lie it down on its back or the front. I'll probably do it on the side just because it's easier for me. This isn't a big deal. Some people hang on to it. It's a little lock mechanism and they keep the bottom foam, stow it for travelling, but there's no need if you've got the little top box. Which way does it go? Rightio, screw hole. Come on, just slides in actually. Don't have to worry about all that fancy fiddling, just slide it in. Now, got to find that screw. There it is, inside with the instructions. It's one tiny little screw. Old school screwdriver. You'd hope it's stainless steel. It actually looks like it is. There we go. Makes it a little bit vermin proof. Excellent. Power cord, 240. It is low voltage. I'm going to be finishing off my off-grid solar system, which I will show you. The ins and outs, pros and cons. We've only got a small 200 amp hour battery, lithiums, and about 550 watts of solar panels with an inverter / charge controller. So that's the inside of it. Pretty snazzy. But as far as unboxing goes, not much to it really. As I said, make sure you take that mesh out of the top of the box first before you lift it off, put it underneath. A lot of people have regretted missing that step. These are normally used in RVs, caravans and such. Seeing we're small off-grid power system, I thought this would be the ideal setup for our homestead as we grow it. Far better than what the wife has been using, Mrs. Wild has been using a little hand plunging bucket. She'll show you, and she'll also give this a test run and give you her thoughts on how good, bad or indifferent it is. Okay, let's get this installed inside the bathroom, get it hooked up, and then let Mrs. Wild show you how it works and what her thoughts are on it. It's quite light, 18.5 kilos. It is quite a short hose. A couple of specifications that you might be interested in, because they're generally not easy to find unless you can download the manual. Minimum water pressure is 0.1 MPa. Maximum water pressure is 0.6 MPa. They recommend getting a water regulator if your water pressure is higher than that, where gravity feeds, so that should be all right. And its rated input power is 235 watts for those who are off-grid need to know, and that's at 240 volts. It does have a pump that pumps out. One thing they don't show you is the drain hose, whether to leave it hanging or run it out and let the pump it out. You can't have the drain hose or the pump out hose greater than 1 meter above the level of the washing machine. Hope that helps you. 90 centimeters, essentially 3 feet. So now it's time to call Mrs. Wild and let her try it out. Oh, Mrs. Wild! Oh, hello. Tash is here. Tash has come to say hello. Hey, come say hello, everyone. Come on. Up. What are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? What you doing? What you doing? Hey, sit. Tash. Good girl. Oh, you're a good girl. Oh, yes, she's such a good girl. Oh, yes, she's such a good girl. Oh, she's right in my ear. Yes. If you haven't seen the video on Tash, it's worth having a look. It's our new pupper dog. The wife's Mrs. Wild's dog. Go on. Let's go. Let's go get Mrs. Wild.
What a cute little washing machine.
Don't forget, like, subscribe. Thank you.
Machine has finished. It's done a pretty good job of spinning it, so I'm quite happy with that. It really does quite a lot for a small machine. Oops. And I probably didn't put as much in here as it could have handled. So it does 3 cycles, wash cycle and then 2 rinse cycles, and each of those cycles uses 25 litres, so 75 litres all up. But yeah, it seems to have done a good job of the washing. It's nice and dry. The socks don't smell, so that's a good indication. Just have a look at this light coloured shirt, because these clothes were pretty dirty from working out in the yard, and because of all the rain and the wet, it's pretty muddy, so these work the machine well. So yeah, there isn't a whole lot of mud or anything on them, so did a good job. I'm really happy. Previously I was using this, which is fine for doing a couple of little things, but yeah, this is awesome in comparison. So yeah, really happy. A great Chrissy present this Christmas and make my life a little bit easier. And yeah, very happy.
We haven't got our inverter for the battery hooked up yet, so we're running on a generator. That's a 2100 watt generator, and it was working a little bit during the spin cycle, but it never faltered or failed, never showed an overload signal. But that's the thing when you're using anything with a motor, induction, it does work, the inverters. Make sure it's the pure sine wave, not the modified sine waves, because you need that nice sine wave to get it going.
Oh yeah, and the drum, it stays stationary. There's just the agitator, and then for the spin cycle the drum moves. And just to give you an idea, had this to highest water level, I did about 9 t-shirts, some bike shorts, and about half a dozen undies and socks. So yeah, did good.
We're happy?
I'm very happy.
Awesome.
It's a hell of a lot easier than the basic manual one, which couldn't do sheets or towels in that really.
Definitely not. This will do a double bed sheet piece of cake, wouldn't it?
Yeah, yep, not a problem. So it'll make life a lot easier. I've got more time to spend in the garden, which always makes me happy.
Anyway,
I better hang these out.
as we install this 3.5 kilo gravity feed.